always born from trophies that are born out from schools ascending to new heights at the same time and finding the other guy standing in the way of their ultimate goal. It's time to find out who's going to get run over this time. On the banks of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. It's the Florida Gators and the Tennessee
I'm not talking about LSC. I'm talking about this MACtown League.
The history of college football has many ties to the military. Tennessee's Neyland Stadium, with over 101,000 fans in place, is one of those. The stadium was named for legendary football coach General Robert R. Neyland on October 27, 1962. This is one of the most beautiful venues in college sports, with the Tennessee River, the sailgating, and the checkered end zones. Can't wait to watch a college football game at Tennessee. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. Tripped up for the tackle.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Jones to throw. Puts it out of the air. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, the defense just needs to do a better job on that critical situation. That was a golden opportunity to get off the field, but quarterback and receiver, they were just better on that one. Nice throw. Nice job by the receiver getting his feet in bounds.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. They go to the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. These two, which have so much cross-pollination and legendary games in their history, first played in 1916 with the Vols blanking the Gators in Florida. Tennessee actually won the first 10 meetings, with Florida not getting a W in the series until 1954.
And there was a period of time, Reese, in this rivalry that the game not only had SEC championship implications, but national championship implications, too. You think back to the heyday of this rivalry in the late 90s. Danny Werfel going up against Peyton Manning. We played the Vols, and we had games that were won in overtime. We had games that went down to 2-minute drives. There was so much NFL talent on the field, and it was such a competitive and physical game every single year.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. What a grab with one hand.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know, receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaching.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold onto the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. On the move, it's Bishop. Got a little grass. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great game.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
So now it's 2nd and long. Running inside. It's Bishop. Got enough for the first. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Volunteers! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Baller. There's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
He'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I just want to dance.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Bounced right back to them.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
I don't think I
Now
know
to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter.
Yeah. Pass protection.
You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game. Running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
I I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverage.
He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the grab deep. A huge play there, and he
Cover
has
4,
it set up
bro.
and in
Like,
business
what
at
the fuck are
30.
you doing?
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll go right back to it. Here's a little room there. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing it.
Tried to find a seam for more, but a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off the play fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Looking for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee. Makes the grab inbounds.
And that is how you dunk on somebody. Coach, I'm open. Throw me the ball. I'm the wide receiver. He's the defensive back for a reason. Nice play by the wide receiver to get the score.
And the point after is good. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Jones wants to throw it. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete to the right. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Mays. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Jones to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
And the Volunteers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He'll pull it down and run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Well, it's just a really nice job there on that 3rd down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a game.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. That's reeled in. It's Davis. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. He'll line it up from the right side. A 37-yarder coming up. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with Oregon, taking on the number 7 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Ducks who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. This team is now red hot. 3 consecutive victories and one of the most convincing offensive showings we've seen in a long time. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Pulls it in. It's Davis. Breaks into the open. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. They get him on the ground.
We cannot let McIntyre
to the 10-yard line.
get out of the fucking pocket.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Under fire. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football all over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Looking to get it in. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that grip.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown ball.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That rushing touchdown of the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Jones wants to throw it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
He'll pull it down. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's 4th down. He wants to throw it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Here comes the heat. Incomplete.
Oh, my God.
Before he wanted to, the defense put the heat on.
This is a situation here in the third quarter. This offense did not want to be facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Jones to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Jump ball, and he's got it. Oh, what a grab. And the Gators want to pick up the tempo. Run in the red zone, it's Pryor. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Touchdown Gators! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. They'll try to get the two-point conversion here and make it a three-point game. Looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. He's going to be stopped short as they come up empty on the two-point try. They were hoping to get this game to within a field goal, but the lead stays at 5. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return.
Lost 10,000 points.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. That's just inexcusable. A delay of game penalty there, and now it is 2nd and a mile and a half. Looking to fire. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
I don't know how to
I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down but couldn't do it.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Jones wants to throw it. Quickly complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
First down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. He goes right back to the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And when you start to develop a feel as a tight end that you can feel the zones and the holes, man, you start to become unstoppable. Nice job. QB on the same page, sees his tight end break towards the sidelines, finds the hole in the zone, delivers a strike. Nice completion, nice communication there without saying a word.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a first and goal here. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And the defense gave up some yards late in the game, but when it mattered most. When the offense had a chance to go in here and take the lead late in this football game, they absolutely closed the door, get the INT, and get the ball back to their offense.
He's open on the right. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Volunteers! Rolling into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Coming out with it, it's Abrams. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Jones to throw. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. He's looking to pass. Going for 6. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Oh, he's got some space. Smashes him with the stiff arm. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. And the Vols enter the final minute of play trying to run out the clock. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. To the ground with the back. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line. And
Oh, man.